All right, let's work on space elevator. Space elevator requires these many plates. These many rods. And these many wire. Let's build this as soon as we have the concrete, which has a requirement of, I have no more inventory space. Crap. Okay. New plan. Let's eat one of these. That's a good plan. Then we will store. Whoops. All of these. 9. Limestone doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. Okay. Good. Let's take this out, and you can put that biomass in that storage container that's over there. Where are we putting the space elevator? Frick. I don't know. That's the wrong one. That's why I don't like stacking them. All right. Where are we putting this thing? Probably right over here, right? I mean, I like the vastness of this. This looks so beautiful the way it is. I don't want to stick a giant space elevator there, you know? I kind of like to maybe, I don't know, find a place a little out of sight. And that sounds weird for a space elevator, but find a spot out of sight to stick it. Maybe we stick it in the water. We could stick it in the lake. Look at that. We just stick it in the lake. Will it let me do it? It will let me do it. We can stick it in the lake. Huh? We can stick it right here in the lake. Because that's totally useful to me. I bet I can totally just walk right up to it and see what we need to put in it. How would I even use it if I put it in the lake? I mean, it looks nice in the lake, doesn't it? Maybe we put it right up against the beach, and then I'd be able to just walk up to it with the beach. It does work right here. It will let me do it. Right there. The platform for using it, though, is gonna be in the water, which is gonna be weird. But you want Subnautica? I'll give you Subnautica. I don't like this, though. To be honest, it looks nice, but I need a bit of land. I need it to be against some land so I can use it. And then we also have to be able to get to it and see what it needs and deposit things in it, and that part's a bit more complicated. If this was raised up just a little bit so that platform on the beach didn't, like it wasn't clipping, then I would probably try this. But it's clipping like crazy, and I don't like the way it's clipping. Put foundation down to put it on? That's a lot of foundation. Like, look at how much, I would need, what? A lot of foundation for this. I guess it's a good thing I brought concrete. Like, I'm imagining right now, like the amount of foundation we're gonna need for that thing. All right, you know what? Just because it's really interesting. I was hoping I could do it from here. What the shit am I doing? What am I doing? Let me go down there. We're making a ton of foundation for this giant behemoth structure to be in the water. Or just so I could put the space elevator on this water. Which, I really do like it in the water. I mean, I liked the way it looked. I really did. Does it fit on this, or I think it needs to be much bigger? How much more foundation do I need before this thing will fit on it? I wonder how much more I need. We're not going to be able to place it because we don't have enough concrete anymore, but I just want to see how much more foundation I need. If I was going to place it right now, how much more would I need? We're going to have belts going around. I mean, it's going to be super cool. It's going to be super cool. Let me just see what we're dealing with here. We got to walk up this. Eventually, we'll have ramps. All right. How much more do I need to make this happen? It's actually pretty close to working now. It's pretty close to working now. I would probably need to make sure it doesn't clip. I'd like it to be out here. Like, I'd like it to be way out here. So we probably want to go with another couple of, nope, that's not it. We probably want to go a little bit more. This side. One more out this way. I really think we need like 3 more rows. Yeah. I want it to have room, right? Like, this is this wide, huge thing. We want it to have a lot of room, and it's out in the water, and it's brilliant. And then all we want to do from that point is we'll then just make a ramp that walks us out to the control point, right? And then there's these inputs in the back, but we can always have our conveyor belts go around and connect into those. And then we'll have conveyor belts coming out of the water. That'll be sweet. Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's make some more foundation. This is the plan. Let's do like 2 more rows back. This is the plan. Man, who needs more planets? Who needs more maps? Just go and do a different spot on the map that already exists, you know? And fall damage. Let's see how much longer we can go here. We're gonna end up just covering the whole lake. We're gonna be like, we don't need a lake. We're just gonna cover the entire lake. Are there gonna be, oh, there's gotta be, right? Dude, we need boats. We need boats in Satisfactory. I want shipping. I want cargo ships. Okay? We need it. We need it. We need cargo ships in this game. I want it so bad. We have 44 concrete left, so. All right, so when we get this built, we'll delete any foundation that's not directly underneath it, and then we'll have this walkway that goes over the water. It's gonna be marvelous. It's gonna be so marvelous. I just can't, oh, I can't wait, guys. I can't wait to see how beautiful this will look. We need decorative stuff too, you know? That's another thing the game could use, decorative stuff. I know it's a factory building game, but this is a base. It's a first person game. We're taking a personal invested interest in what it looks like and how we're moving it around. We need ideas for decorative things. I'm cutting down trees. How about some trees that I don't want to cut down? I don't know. Just an idea. Can you use conveyor belts as escalators? Yeah. Totally can. Absolutely. That's another way to do it too. I'm kind of hoping there's like people escalators. Elevators would be cool to have, like an elevator off the side of a cliff and just walk into it and it lifts you up and down. That'd be a really cool thing to put into the game too. I mean, you have verticality, right? We're gonna build really high. Why not have an elevator? Not just for people even, but like just for your stuff too. Have an elevator that lifts things up, you know? And then you can choose, just like this thing, you can choose how high that elevator goes, right? So if I wanted an elevator that took things that stopped here, and I wanted to bring them into this crate, I would put an elevator here, and then the stuff would just get lined up here, and it would just kind of be brought up, you know? And it would be one of those like cycling ones, right? So it just moves like this, right? Not like a one platform that has to come back down, but like a rotating one. That'd be nice. 34 more concrete here. So now we have 247. What can we do in the meantime? Well, it doesn't take concrete, so we could do overclock production. Doesn't take concrete to do that. We have lots of these resources, so we might as well use them. So let's unlock some other stuff while we're waiting for the concrete, because we've got lots of resources for that. We can also do some research. Mycelia research is done. Let's do the pale barrel nuts.
The derived blueprint is now accessible in the hub. Additionally, R&D has requested extra samples to determine the cause of an anomaly.
Personal storage would be really nice to have. Personal storage would be really nice to have. Put the bacon in here. The spare biomass. Can we make extra biomass? No. Can make a ton of screws though. Lots of cables. We're gonna keep the other resources because we're getting kind of low. Like iron plates, we're almost to the point where we'll need more. But like we have tons of rods though. Tons of rods. Let's make a bunch of screws. We have so many rods in storage, we're not making any screws in an automated way. So I think it's time to make screws. Like a water wheel. There you go, doggo. Exactly. One thing I wish the game would do, I'm really hoping they add this. I'm really hoping they add this. Is if not smart storage, then at least configurable storage that allows us to tell it, allow us to tell the storage bin what is allowed to be exported out of it and what is not. Right? Because right now I can't put leaves in here. And I can't have the biofuel being put into this container, which is what it would have been better. Because otherwise it will export everything. But this is nice though. We're just getting tons of biofuel made. 497. That's all it takes. We need one concrete out of this. And then we'll just steal the rest from the belt and be done with it. Go get the wire. Or we'll just dump, you know what, let's just dump this in here. I don't need it in my inventory. But then we just need to grab that, and that's it. Nope, one more. Damn you for putting the concrete so high. Damn myself. Okay. 500 additional wire. Let's go. Oh, wait, iron plates. My bad. Iron plates. All right, let's go. Space elevator time. Let's do it. It's a constructor that isn't fast enough. We can split it, make another. Could, if I cared about concrete after making the space elevator, then we could. I don't care about concrete after the space elevator. Not yet. It might prove to be needed later, but. Okay, let's do this. Space elevator time. Look at it. Look at how glorious this is. Need to make sure that it's not. We need one more. Or we could leave it here. I kind of don't want it to be. I think this is good enough right here. If I go one more in, I can pretty much guarantee it's not off the platform. Go. Yeah, that looks good. Ho, 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 ho. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. And then all we gotta do, right, is just dismantle all of the concrete that's not actually helping it. So we can get rid of this. All this can go, right? Oh, wait, we want to watch it. Come down from the sky. Yes! Yes! Latches on. There it goes. There it goes, team. Space elevator has arrived. In the middle of the water too, I love it. Get rid of this. Get rid of all this. This isn't necessary anymore. Okay, now, I think what we'll end up doing, I don't have walkways yet, I don't think. No, I don't have walkways yet, but once we get walkways, then we'll have a normal walkway that goes out here, so we can still have the water, right? But up until then, up until that point, we have to we'll just use that foundation there. We can actually go one more. We can go one more row here. It looks so good. Yes. Out on the water, baby. Out on the water. Let's take the... I don't have them in my inventory. Why not? Didn't I make a whole bunch? I thought I made a whole bunch. Guess not. I just want to check and see if we went far enough back here. We totally did. Oh, we totally did. We totally didn't. We didn't. Hang on. Maybe we just do this. Hang on. I mean, it's kind of looks interesting, almost like it's supposed to go, you know, down below the ground. But I think I'm gonna put one more piece of foundation there just because. Like this. It's a support strut with nothing under it. Exactly. Yeah. So this will just be what we have. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody will barely ever see that anyway, but now we don't have to worry about it. We're swimming. Are there any threats under the water? Actually, don't know. It doesn't look like you can actually dive. It doesn't let you dive, but we can swim. With our space elevator nearby. Swimming is really slow too. You don't swim very well. We don't swim very fast, but we still swim. Water doesn't look clean? You sure? I don't know, I can see pretty clearly through it. You can see my feet. We're treading water. I don't know. Do we have a beach eventually? Like a gradual... Looks like it gradually gets shallower. Yeah. They did a pretty good job on that. And then we get to walk. And now we're walking. Nice. Nice. Are we dripping? We're not wet. Darn. So there you go. Space elevator in the water. Beautiful. It's really beautiful. I'm proud of it. Let's take and check out tech now. We have to do what it wants. We need to get rotors, so we need parts assembly first. So this is the next objective. And that objective is pretty easy to do because we have all these things. So let's just go get all these things. We'll take a whole bunch of these out. Oh, I put the reinforced plates in here. That's why I didn't have them in my inventory. I put them in the wrong spot. Okay, do that. Plenty of stuff there. Take out the wire. We have plenty of that. Let's go get part assembly. We need reinforced plates and screws for the rotors, so we'll have to make a ton of screws. So let's just do this really quick. I don't have any automated way of making screws right now. We probably should set that up too. It's not super important now because we're gonna max out our tech for the beta. For the alpha, I mean. But once it goes early access on the 19th, we'll have all the tech levels unlocked for us, and then it will matter. Then we'll want to make sure we have this automated. So we might as well set it up while we're here. just gonna make like, I don't know, 1,000 screws. Doesn't take that long. So much buffer storage that I absolutely won't need it. I am almost full on, we're almost full on rods. This is why I'm making so many screws out of them. I think what I'll probably do is, yeah, let's just do this for a second. Part assembly done. Let's make rotors.
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts can now be automated.
We can get, it's like we have enough to make 20 rotors. I think we're limited based on the screws though. So if we make more screws, we can make more rotors. Yeah. And then reinforced iron plates are gonna be needed too. We need 75 of them and we currently only have 25, sorry. We only have 36. We could make another, I think the screws are the bottleneck here actually. Yeah, they are. The screws are the biggest bottleneck. Let's just get the rotors taken care of. And then we can go from there. When we get the Mark II belts, we're gonna need tons of screws and reinforced iron plates. So we should set that up now. We should get that ready to go. 53 rotors is, I think, more than I need. I think there's one more thing that does take some rotors. I think it's the assembler, actually, which is what we'll need to make screws. So let's set up screw production now. We should have the resources to do that. All we need is a splitter. Yeah, I want to come off the regular one here. Probably get rid of this one. And leave this one if I can. Probably need to lower this one. We'll get rid of this and then we'll go, just to give us some more flexibility. Constructor needs to be, let's pop it here if possible. We're missing cable, really? I don't have cable being produced yet either. No, I want separate storages for each resource. I don't want to take it out of the storage because if we're gonna start making screws faster than we can put rods in, we'll end up with like 5,000 screws and no rods. I'd rather have separate storage for each one and split it at the belt so that I can guarantee I have a good controlled resource for both of them over time. So this here will allow us to do the screws. What we'll do then is we'll have another splitter lined up with this, I think. So we have a merger here, followed immediately by a splitter here. We're gonna have to put that further away. You can pop this right up next to it, actually. Is that doable? Will it let me do that? It's pretty obnoxious. I don't think it will let me do that. How do I connect it? I can't see it. Let's do it about like this then. There we go. So this will split it out. Then we'll take this track again and go like, I don't know, maybe we're gonna want these to eventually merge back out of the same path. No, we're not. Well, no, we're not. We're gonna want these to be separate. Splitting them back this way makes more sense then, doesn't it? I think it was good the way it was. We split it back over there. We could take the rods a different direction, have the machine making screws there, and you know what? That's what we're gonna do instead. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. And then we'll go back to doing the way we had it before. We'll have this go up to the top. And then this go up to the top here. You connect here. You connect here. And then you connect here. And then we'll redirect it over here instead. So instead of coming straight down through the middle here, which I actually really like how this comes straight down. I like this though. It looks good. You know what? I think I might leave that alone. Make screws off of the other one. Or, another idea. I'm trying to limit how many belts are flying across here. If I can limit how many belts are coming across. Let me think about it for a second. I don't want to split this here because it will look bad. I don't want to split it in the middle of the belt because it looks bad. Unless it takes... I haven't tried it before. Does it take a different shape when you use it this way? Or does it just look like this? Like if I split this here... Nah, it just sits up. It just sits up there like that, which doesn't look very good. I don't like that. We have 3 rod makers. 1 screw maker can never run us dry. I don't know if it can or not. Rods are here. I wish I could switch the storage. If I could make plates here and rods here, that'd be better now. I could probably swap these belts and do that. A little bit of spaghetti there, but I could do that. God, this looks good though, doesn't it? Like, just the way the map is and the way all the resources coming in on the belts. I need to speed up the plates. The plates are coming in slow. The rods come in like super steady. If we did another constructor up here, right? We just pop the constructor up here. Right? Something like this. If we did that, then we took a belt from here, brought it up here. I kind of want to do this a bit more organized. So let's have one of these poles about like this. Was this too high for you? Is this too much of an angle for you? Yes. Okay. Move you here. If I come out like this. Thank you. Come all the way over here. I need my walkways, man. If I went like this, up to here, and then wrapped you that way, connect you to power. You have 3 out of 4 connections. Okay. Let's have another line this way then. And then we'll hook you to there. We tell this to make screws. And then we have the screws that are coming through here. We feed that to a new storage bin on this side. Like this. Right? So we bring this to here. Then we put another belt like this. Up to about this level. Then we stick you there. And then we stick that one in there. So now the screws come out. And they all go into this belt. Okay. All right. That seems to make sense. Now, what I want to see though is, does the storage of my rods, does it go up or down, right? That's the biggest question. So is this going up or down total? And as you can see, it stays the same. So we are no longer positive on rods, right? We're not able to make any more rods because the screws are made at such incredible pace that the rods are actually going down. I'm actually losing rods. This is the reason why I wanted to do it the other way. The constructor can hold 99 rods. Okay, so your position is that the constructor is still filling up its rod capacity. Okay, let's take a look. That might be the case. Let's see. So it's got 83, 84. So once this fills up, we'll just do it now. Once that fills up, does this still draw too many? Okay, let's... No! I'm getting stuck. Take a look. So now that that's filled up in its storage, let's take a look. We seem to be slowly filling up, but it's not fast enough. Like now we're getting, our rod production is so slow, right? But what we could do, maybe, what we could do is we fill this container up with fluff, right? We fill this up with fluff so that it only goes to a certain amount. And then when we lose that many screws, it fills it up, but only to that certain amount, right? Just make more rods. Yeah, I know. One thing that might help with that is, you know, Mark II belts, hauling the rods faster. And overclocking certain machines. But we have these little gaps in our rod production. So if we can somehow, yeah, increase the number of rods that are on this belt, maybe just go 4 rod makers. I can't get another rod. I'd have to split a belt with another belt here. Maybe I could get another rod maker. I need another plate maker too, because these guys are going super slow. Speaking of which, Mark II belts. We should probably look into that. Once I have the space elevator thing done. I need to do the space elevator thing. The objective for the space elevator is more important. I need to get to this tier. I need to have enough rotors. I think it's actually 50 is all I needed, so never mind. And then the reinforced iron plates. We need those. We also need to have iron plates being made, reinforced iron plates being made for us, which will take screws. So that will suck the screw, it'll suck the number of screws we have going too. Like, see those screws? There's just tons of them going in there. So now we probably need a track coming out of the screw bin. So then the screws will never fill. Because we need things coming out of the screw bin, right? To make the reinforced iron plates, which can then go back into the storage bin. So like it's nice to have it like this, but I feel like I want it split somewhere else. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but I feel like I want it split somewhere else. So we're on this row. We have 34, 35 on this row. So if I'll check back in a little bit, and we'll see how many we have there. 75 done. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I love it off in the distance. Like, this is the base, and there's our space elevator way off in the distance. You have like this haze over it even. It's really intimidating because you see how big it is, but then you also see how far away it is at that size, and it just reinforces how big it is. Having it be far away makes it seem bigger, I think. Pretty awesome. I'm not worried about this little gap because we're eventually going to have a walkway to the beach on this. This won't stay foundation. Here we go. Here we go. Seal it up. This used to have sound effects in my version before this weekend. This had sound effects. So did like a lot of different other things had sound effects too, and now this doesn't have any sound. It's a little disappointing. But hopefully they'll get it back in. Okay, now we're at the max tiers that we can have. So we can't have any more tier tech from that. So we're basically done with this. We're done with the space elevator for a little bit. I'm gonna get rid of this and this, and then we'll do the walkways when we have them available. Yeah, we don't have them available just yet. We could also do conveyor belts up to this thing too. Conveyor belt to the space elevator. We could do it. First thing we need to research now is the Mark II belts. But I think before we do that, we need to We need to set up production for reinforced iron plates. Because otherwise we're not going to have... We don't even have an assembler. Like, there's no assembler on this base right now, and that's a really big problem I've been, like, thinking about, but haven't done anything about yet. Let's choose that for our research, though. Also should probably check in on our fuel supply. Just make sure we're not going to run out of anything major. We're going to need reinforced iron plates anyway, so I'll just let me make a few. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Logistics Mark II. Yep, we almost have enough. Rotors, that's the thing. We need the rotors for this. Okay. That's what we needed the rotors for. So I need 9 more. 9 more. 5 more reinforced iron plates. We have all the screws and plates, hopefully. I don't know about the plates, but we have the screws. Yeah, we have enough plates. Let's get the screws. And we can make more screws. Okay, so this is still positive. This workflow is still positive. It's slow. It's very slow. We've only went up like 50 rods. But I think, yeah, with speeding up the belts, I think that will do it. So we'll take a few of these so that I can make more screws really quick. And hopefully... Need a few more iron plates. Let's get 6 more rotors. I need more than that. What am I limited by? Screws. Let's go. That's enough. That's all the rotors we need. Let's go for more reinforced iron plates. I don't remember how many I needed, because I don't have it to-do listed. Oh, I need 5 more. That's the top right corner, duh. Okay, go. I didn't grab copper because I'm lazy. Okay, Mark II belts. Let's see if we can improve anything.
Milestone reached.
Need more reinforced.
We encourage you to consider more verticality when it comes to factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation.
Need more reinforced iron plates for this. I'm gonna need a lot more. I want to see if we speed up the rod's belt. If we speed up the rod belts, I wonder if that will lead to us being more positive on that. We'll do reinforced iron plates. Give me like 30 of them total. Let's see what we can speed up here. My theory is this isn't producing fast enough because the iron's not coming fast enough. The iron's not coming fast enough because this belt's not providing it fast enough. So what I need to do is speed up this belt. I think this belt is the problem. So we speed up this belt, and we speed up all of our iron stuff. Everything iron gets sped up with this. So now we're feeding shit in really fast. And now the supply goes up, so we're constantly producing iron, instead of it having to wait a little bit. And with that constant production, we'll hopefully see this working at its peak efficiency now because of this pure resource. And now it's producing right? Now it's producing right. I like it. We'll just keep this with a little bit of an overhead. Good. Now it can produce how it should. Let's pop a little bit more iron into this one just because. We'll pop a little bit more iron into this one just because. And we should hopefully see everything speed up with this. The ingots, I want to see this going up. I want to see this like starting to store more. But at least it's not waiting. It's constantly producing all the time. It never has to wait. And that is probably, like, efficiency-wise, that's a good workflow. But what I'm curious about is if there's something I can do. Because right now, it doesn't matter if I speed this belt up. We're not filling the belt anyway. We need to be able to fill the belts. Overclocking these might be an answer. Because the smelters can now get constant supply. Yeah, these smelters have constant supply now. I'm wondering Yeah, this is a constant. It doesn't have to wait for resources. I don't have enough green slugs to overclock everything. But, are you floating? You know what? I'm just gonna ignore that you're floating. Hey, Nezadam. How are you doing, dude? What's up? See, you don't have it. So this one is slow. Is this a rod maker? No, you're a plate maker. Hang on. Plates are doing pretty well here. They're just slow. The bottleneck on the plates. We have 3 coming in. They're all too spaced out. If I had an additional smelter, then combine the track and split it again, that might work. If I had an additional smelter. We could set up another miner here, then another smelter here, and then merge the track. There's not enough room for that, though. Everything is kind of tight. If we put the smelter here, now I'm wondering, you guys are gaining. Because of this new belt here, you guys are gaining. So if I split here, then you guys would start losing again. I can't split this. I need to incorporate this other miner. Let me put another smelter in this. I need to incorporate another miner. If I put another smelter, let's say right here. Maybe even here. If we do 2 additional smelters, let me just see something really quick. Let me just take a look really quick. See what I'm looking at. So that smelter over there is feeding 2 makers, right? It's feeding 2. It's feeding one that does plates and one that does rods. This one over here is doing 2 that does plates. Because each of them are feeding 2 makers. If I didn't split this and had this smelter doing that one, and then that smelter feeding into another one, I might be able to produce plates faster. But then this smelter could then be a dedicated one. We could have you. We'll have more people doing plates because we want to make the reinforced plates. But the plates are never the problem. It's always screws. Screws are always the bottleneck for reinforced plates. We can never feed screws into that machine fast enough. So I think we need another screw maker. But if we're going to do reinforced plates out that way, all we need to do is make sure that the amount of plates coming onto that conveyor belt is solid. Current time is 5. Yeah, I know. I know. I'll think about this. We'll continue it tomorrow. How's that sound? Think about this. Continue it tomorrow. If anybody has the game and you're watching the stream and you want to participate in some multiplayer, let me know. We'll get me added on Epic, and I can invite you in. We might do some more. We're gonna get to the point where we have a truck and everything tomorrow, so we'll probably also make sure that our biofuel situation is solid. Even though I'm pretty sure we have tons of fuel. I like how in the distance it doesn't render at full speed, so it's all jittery. It's still working at full speed, but it's just rendering really jittery. Hopefully with some additional optimizations that changes. But I think what I want to do is I want to incorporate this miner into this mix now. Get 2 more smelters here. Feed this. This is a normal source. So we should be able to feed 2 of these pretty easily. Maybe 3. And then we just line this up. We start getting our reinforced stuff made. And it all just gets sent down, you know, into the storage bins. Yeah. Okay. We'll think about this. We'll continue it tomorrow. Whew. That's a good stream. That's a good stream.